I'd like to propose a toast to Christ followers, communion swallowers, and that dunamis host of current servants of Jesus, the fervent and most high. To Christians, to church leaders, sheep feeders, hand-to-hand combat and greeters before service, to nervous and new believers, receivers of love, mercy, and grace, to Bible readers, to pew seaters, to spiritually digesting milk and meat eaters, to those who consider Christ to be their Lord, this toast is for you. However, this is not to who we are, but rather to what we should be, because would-be, could-be Christians are consistently inconsistent with their should-see visions, miss an ample opportunity to use God's gifts given for edification in case you didn't realize relationship was for God's glory. This isn't your typical fairy tale story. See, we start off enthusiastic like Peter, panning the world like captains till we get hooked, tinkering bells and whistles in the flesh, and never landing where we ought to. Because the reality is, we're just lost boys. Well, it's time to grow up like a beanstalk and Jesus so close earthly giants couldn't jack us from his tower. So when the big bad wolves come, reverse the Red Riding Hood. It's God's hoods riding red with the blood of Christ, and we're the huntsmen. Sins washed snow white by the fairest in these lands, just look in his mirror. And Aladdin that God never intended for street rats, because he called us all to be salt in this world. And there's no need for 3 wishes, because once upon a time we were the lamps. But this world's getting darker and I don't see much. Christians, where are your gifts? See, I've heard tell of a dragon striking fear and wreaking havoc on the whole of humanity, breaking hearts and stealing souls through insanity and confusion. We're losing through infusion of vanity. See, this dragon, he shoots fiery darts that just start off as flickers of smoke, but when left unattended, the quicker it grows as it cloaks out the righteousness, chokes out the life in us, steals, kills, destroys as it's slowly dividing us from our first love. But legend has it that long ago, the great humble king gave his life, that every tribe, tongue, and nation through his sacrifice would unite and slay dragons by faith, not by sight, because they were given great gifts in the spirit of Christ. So Christians, where are your gifts? But see, we'd rather step back instead of out with authority, too afraid of the fact that we're just a minority and don't want to let others see us try and then stumble, so we convince our own minds that we're fine, we're just humble, right? But see, we need to rethink this position we're choosing, because in this case, playing humble is the same as playing stupid, because God gave us these gifts and he intended us to use them. So Christians, mount up, because it's time we got moving. But then we over-spiritualize. I'm not moving without vision. I'll just sit here and listen for God's plan for my mission, as if we need confirmation for our lungs to draw breath. But ask a cripple how far sight gets you, because vision means little when you can't take steps. Christians, where are your gifts? So while you think on your answer, just stop and rewind to where Christ gave his life to save all of mankind. Get your mind back to basics and your heart readjusted. Christians, step out in faith with the gifts God's entrusted to you. So with your hearts bowed down and your glasses raised up, ask yourself this one question: will I drink of this cup? Cheers.